problem with most men is that they don't know where their next dates are going to come from. If you want to find the right girlfriend or wife, you've probably had something similar. You just don't know where the next date is going to come from, because on dating apps, yeah, you're getting some matches, but not with the right types of women. Or if you do happen to match with somebody that you actually like, then the conversation dies out. And in-person approaches, well, there's a bit of nervousness. You don't know how to start the conversation, how to communicate your interest in a way where you don't end up getting friend zoned. And then even when you're on a date with somebody that you actually really like, sometimes after the second or third date, you get a text saying, I just didn't feel the spark. We're better off as friends. Or I'm really busy right now. And you think she's too busy, but she's actually just waking up in another man's bed. And the good morning message you wish she'd be sending to you, she's sending to him. And your last message to her is still sitting undelivered. And by the way, I was in a very, very similar situation. I was married to a woman who really wasn't right for me. Not a bad person, but we weren't compatible. So I suffered and I went through that. The good thing is there's solutions for that. So I've been helping men now from all around the world. And one of my clients, he came to me around 7 months ago ish. He's in New York. He works in management consulting. And he is now in a relationship for a couple of weeks, which is amazing. I'm going to film a client testimonial with him soon. And it's awesome because this guy, very kind, super intelligent, amazing dude, just didn't get the right types of dates, didn't get enough dates, right? Wasn't free in his expression, wasn't free in his communication with women. And so he didn't know how to get dates and how to move them forward. And so one of the things we did with him that I want to offer you to do is to just get good at online dating. Just do it. Just get good at it. It's so easy. You build a good profile, then you spend money on the premium version, then you get the boosts, and then you get dates. It's actually really easy. And I've talked to you at length about what the profile should look like as well. You have 4 types of photos: social proof, lifestyle, status, professional photography, good outfits. You make sure you reduce the friction in the prompts and in your bio, and you have bullet points in the bio, and it has to be tailored to you. And then you use Raya, Bumble, Hinge. Come on, do it. It's easy. You're just not doing it properly. And you think dating apps don't work. They work, man. Come on. You know they work. A spoon doesn't work for me either. But that's because I don't know how to cook. Me, David Meessen, I don't know how to cook. That's why a spoon doesn't work for me. But it's just because I don't know how to use a spoon. That's really all that is. Spoons work very well for people who know how to make a cake, who have the recipe, who've got the practice, who've got the instructions. You know, when your grandma used to teach you certain recipes and she have the little tricks and tips of the trades, they exist. But overall, it's not that difficult. You get on the apps, build a good profile, learn how to text, and then you can get a lot of dates. They work well. Now, apps aren't the only way. You can also use Instagram. You can use in-person approaches. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But apps are a fantastic starting point. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Raya. The problem is you've heard so many things on the news, or our version of news nowadays is largely social media. It's telling you that the apps, they're just for women. Men don't even stand a chance. It's only the top 2% of the apps, they'll get all the women. Well, that is not true, because I have plenty of clients who are not in the top 2%, some who are good looking, some are pretty normal looking guys. Now, I've always said, if you're in the bottom 15, 10% of looks, you're not going to do well on apps. That's fine. That's fair. Then you have to rely on in-person approaches or Instagram. That's true. But for most men, they can get a quality relationship from dating apps. It's absolutely possible. And it does require some effort. You need to get help with your outfits. I used to dress so terribly. When I met my mentor working for Salesforce 7 years ago, I dressed so bad. It was hilarious. If I think back of how I dressed back in the day, My mom, you gotta understand, I come from a little village in Germany, a small little peasant town in Germany where my grandpa had sheep, and it was awesome. It was actually a really cool lifestyle, very natural, right? My mom would always say, my mom's a nurse and my father was a doctor. My father is one of the most intelligent people that I know. My mother is the best loving angel in the world. She's a nurse with passion. She really cares about her job. But she would always say, David, make sure that your jacket covers your ass. You know, it has to cover your bum. So that was about the fashion advice I got from my parents. And so it was only when I met my mentor that he taught me how to dress a little bit better. Ultimately, if you have excellent communication skills, it doesn't even matter. But for your online portrayal, it really, really matters. Your outfits have to be on point. We help our clients with that. I helped him with that. We helped him with outfits. My God, he looked amazing on outfits. He'd never looked that good on pictures. Now, still realistic. You don't want to fake anything because then you get to the date and we realize I didn't even sign up for this. This is not what I was looking for. This is not the guy that I saw in the photos. So you want to be authentic. You don't ever want to fake anything. But you do want to make yourself look good. And it doesn't have to be us, but you should get somebody to give you some advice. We help clients with that all the time because most likely you are able to dress professionally, but you haven't maximized your looks. And if you don't maximize your looks, then the probability that you'll get the best results on apps is rather low. So get some feedback there, get some good pictures, get some social proof, take some pictures at a couple of weddings, status, and then just understand how to text. So one of the things we help our clients with as well personally is texting, because 99% of men suck at texting. Because you're probably 95%, whatever. Because you're probably good at communicating via email or in a work environment, maybe in a professional way. But with women, it's different, and especially via text, because there's no nonverbal communication. Not to say that your nonverbal communication is on point. It probably isn't, because if it was amazing, then you'd be already in a relationship. But there are just so many mistakes you can make when it comes to texting. Blocks of text, you respond too quickly, your texts are weird, uncalibrated, you milk the same joke, you don't ask her out, you don't build enough of a man-to-woman connection, you're trying to make it too weirdly intimate. All of these things, they stack and they stack. It's not usually one mistake that kills it, but you reach a tipping point of mistakes where she goes, I'm just gonna meet Steven instead. Steven. She's supposed to go home with you, right? She's supposed to be your girlfriend or wife. Now, the world is abundant. Don't ever think that just because this one lady is now gone or off the market, that your entire life's happiness disappeared alongside with her. That's not true. The world is abundant. You'll never find the one right one. There is not one right one. There's plenty of women who are theoretically right for you. But as much as we want to come from a sense of abundance, so feel abundant, that's the first point. But as much as we want to come from abundance, we also don't want to keep burning the same opportunities. We don't want to be sent into the friend zone over and over again. But it starts before we can even look at improving your communication skills on the date, or you do that independently. Use the free resources, the 350 YouTube videos that we have here. Use paid resources like the coaching program if you want, if you can. Amazing, would be the best. But you really need options. You really need to build a great profile. And that's exactly what we did with our client. And he started having several dates a week. He went from barely any, 3 or so in 6 months, to 1 or 2 a week-ish, I think, something like that. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Or 1 a month he had, something like that. So we really agreed with him beforehand that what he was looking for was a meaningful relationship. And that's true for 99.9% of our clients or so. I don't know. Almost all of my clients, they want to find a really meaningful relationship. Be that right now. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to find her tomorrow, but be that in the next couple of months. Or for some, it's in the next year, year and a half-ish. They want to get some experience. They want to choose from experience, from quality. All of them come to us for that particular outcome. And that's why we optimize things. We set things up on the dating apps so you attract the right ones and you repel the wrong women. And you create friction with the wrong ones and no friction with the right ones by expressing what you actually care about. If you want us to help you with that personally, click the link and apply for a free initial consultation. By the way, very important, the price for the coaching program will drastically increase after Valentine's Day. So if you're lucky enough to watch this before Valentine's Day, apply for a free call. And yeah, looking forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.